Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 20 Week 6 BearCave games. We are back. A crazy week in the sim. Ohio Mania goes down to San Jose State, one of the worst teams in the country, and that may have just threatened a 3-bid MAC nation. So, interesting start to the week. Hopefully that's not a bad omen for some of these other teams playing today. But as always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in at any time, claim an open team, set your playbooks, recruit in the Discord, and participate in server games and build your way to a national championship. As always, if you want even more content, watch parties, or recruiting, you can check out patreon.com/the SFA. And guys, tomorrow is Selection Sunday. The bracket releases. It's the biggest event of the year in the SFA. We're going to have 3 separate things going. There's going to be home field gift cards. There's going to be shirts on the line, reward players. So make sure you guys pay attention, fill out a bracket, and earn yourself some rewards. But yeah, let's get on started. We have a great slate for you guys. We're going to start with the #1 team in the country, of course. All right, let me get us our ducks in a row, and obviously make sure to check out home field. Use code SFA for 15% off. But yeah, Kent State, #1 in the nation. Miami, Ohio lost for the first time last week, but they're back on BearCave, seeing if they can topple #1 at home. Make sure you guys participate in the polls. It's your best way to earn channel points and earn raffle tickets. So this is a 13-point favorite here. We got some squiggly lines on the screen. That's never good. So Kent State, can they pull it off and cover 13 points? Or will Miami, Ohio shock the world here in the MAC and another top MAC team go down? Welcome in, guys. Looks like we've got 5 pizza. Bob Toledo is here. Florida man. Yeah, nice win over Oklahoma. Get back to 500. Jordan Davis on the screen. Welcome in, Flame. We got recruits later on today. So here we go. Miami, Ohio, Kent State. Joe Jam Jr. at the coin toss. Tradarian Lions. All right, here we go. It will be Kent State who starts with the rock. Can they splatter them here today? It's a quick 7-0 start. Can Miami, Ohio fight back in this one? Up 10-0 early. They're now up 17-0. But they add a touchdown. Oh, they get a turnover and a quick score. It's 17. Oh, Miami, Ohio leads. 21 unanswered here for the Miami, Ohio. Oh, another touchdown. Kent State, #1 on the ropes. Uh-oh, not a good start here. Not like this. They need a quick score and a fumble. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. It's an 11-point game. #1 on the ropes, and they get a fumble now. I don't even know what just happened. Oh, Miami, Ohio scores. That's what happened. 35-17. 35 unanswered points for Miami, Ohio. They've got to get back into it here. We can't jump in unless it's a 1-score game. It's not looking good. They need a long touchdown and fast. It's 38-23 and a fumble, and that should do it. Miami, Ohio. #1 goes down. Update the graphic is right. And the MAC is now in shambles. Their two top teams go down. 3-bid MAC not looking good today. So Tradarian Lions had an okay day through the air, just over 54% though. The problem is the fumbles. They kept losing fumbles left and right. Fortunately, the game doesn't track wide receiver fumbles. Lawhorn had 15 tackles, 5 TFLs. They had 2 sacks, but they just couldn't get out of their own way today. Jabari Lawhorn with the fumble. Lionel Muse takes them down. They didn't even play that well. This dude had 8 carries and 3 touchdowns. Elite. So is Miami, Ohio now a threat in the division? Only 1 loss. 4 forced fumbles. They recovered 3 of them. And they had 2 blocks. What is this? Oh, the humanity. Kent State just got stuffed in a locker. What a way to start the week. Poor Mac. Don't know how they're going to recover from this. But this is a Miami, Ohio outright victory for those of you guys betting at home. 22% thought that they would cover. I don't think any of you guys thought they'd win. Congratulations. That's not something we really track, so I don't know. TAMU and Iowa State, 2 teams pretty much on the line of their playoff hopes, both at 3 losses. 1 more loss and they're kind of screwed. Iowa State, one of the shockers of the season. So Mango, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. Schwartz, if you're here, kick or receive. This is a 4-point favorite for Iowa State. Is Iowa State going to miss the playoff this season? It expands to 24 teams and they miss it? Unreal situation here. So I don't see either of them in chat, so we're just going to go on board with the away team. Yeah, I mean, Nathan took all the underdogs this week. So it's working out for him here early. But here we go. Jack Trice season on the line for one of the best programs in the last decade. Or really one of the best programs of all time. Going up against Julian Bexley. Texas A&M's problem has always been the defense. Can they come through for them today? They do. They get the stop there, and A&M has the lead. A&M up 14. 21-0. Iowa State put up a fight. Not the best start here. 28-7. What is happening today? Down 21, their season virtually on the line. Quick strike for Iowa State, but Texas A&M adds to the lead. Down 14. And an interception from Devin McYoink. This is their chance, and they do nothing with it. And an interception again. Bexley just letting them stay in the game here. We're just going one play at a time. Iowa State season on the line. And they just can't do anything on offense. We've never seen this poor of an Iowa State offensive unit. Are they going to score here? It's not a one-score game quite yet. Yes, they get it. So here we go. A minute 30 on the clock. Onside kick. So it's recovered by A&M. Oh, I thought that ball squirted out. So 3 timeouts for this defense, season virtually on the line. Bexley can win it with a first down. Oh, sorry, I didn't have the game audio. My bad. Forgot my glorious game audio. 2nd and 11. Bexley with the keeper. Oh, there he goes. He gets the first and more, and that should end the game. And Iowa State and Coach Schwartz unlikely to be playing in the CFP unless they somehow win the division. Hand off Rayton Mashburn to the edge, and he gets nothing. Second and 10. Trips to the left-hand side. Rayton Mashburn again. Another first. Could he score again? No, they get him down to the 5.
Gain of 18 yards. That makes it first and goal.
First and goal. They can just sit on it now. What a win here for Coach Mango and Texas A&M. Iowa State may just be eliminated from at-large contention. One more snap. And Mango has officially killed the Cyclones. So to start the day, we have 2 outright victories.
That's the end of the game. The final score is
This BearCave not normal at all.
the Cyclones.
That's a big gulp coming from the favorites down the line here. We're going to have a new number 1 next week. Two and 4 here for Iowa State. Yeah, it turns out Florida and Iowa State were both frauds. Even though Florida scored 58 on Ole Miss this week. Schlockbauer gets 3 touchdowns. He never did that for me. What the heck? So Julian Bexley, 30 of 55, 416 and 4 touchdowns. They could not really run the ball well. Schlockbauer, 147 and 3 scores. Tell you, I do not want to face this offense. Sack for Johnny King, an interception for Shelton Jackson, 4 deflections, 2 fumbles, both recovered. And for Iowa State, 15 to 36, 209. Oh man, Slime Cleat Peppers not looking good, but Dougie Mellons, 171 in a score. Yeah, no, they could definitely still win the division, but their at-large hopes are pretty much dead. He got redshirted this year, Phi. So Dougie Mellons, Bexley, Ben Ferguson, and Devin McYoink, 3 of 4 SFA players, and that is a Texas A&M outright victory. All right, so we're going to stay in the Big 12. And now another critical game. Missouri's life just got a little bit better here. They can now get back on the horse, and they now have a game lead on Iowa State. This is OK State's chance, but he has to go through TJ Nuke. This is a 6-point favorite for Decorrian Thunder and Coach OK State. If you're here, Coach OK State, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Is TJ Nuke going to keep it going? Currently probably the favorite in the division now. Imagine a TJ Nuke playoff game. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. TJ Nuke. You're not a fluke. It might, Fi. We don't know. It's kind of the same situation as J-Bo Gritters. He's good enough where it's risky to redshirt. A lot of money on this game. 10K points. So coaches have strong feelings both way about this game. I don't see OK State, so we're going to go heads and kick. Very interesting start to the day on BearCave. We got a big-time game day coming up. Michigan State and Minnesota playing for that #1 spot. But we're at Folsom Field. Down they go. 14 early, but they add a touchdown. Defense not playing well for Colorado here. But the offense hanging in there. Missed an extra point and missed another. So, oh no, they went for the 2-point conversion. So all that separates them is 2 points here. High-scoring game early on. It's a 2-score game, Missouri. Missouri splattering now. It's going to take Colorado. They've got to do something here. Not looking good. Taj Beamer adds it. We got a 50-burger here from Missouri. $57, do we hear 60? Colorado has not scored in this second half. Unreal. 39 unanswered points for Missouri, and they cover with ease. So it was an interesting game to start, and then all of a sudden, Decorrian Thunder just went nuclear. Taj Beamer getting a couple of scores. So 5-touchdown day for Decorrian Thunder. He had 2 rushing touchdowns as well, so that's a 7-touchdown day for him. Taj Beamer, 131 and 2 scores. A lot of TFLs, 2 sacks, no picks, and no fumbles. So no turnovers, and they still scored 57. TJ Nuke, 251 and 3 scores. Reddick couldn't really run the ball well. Just the defense was abysmal for him today. 3 TFLs for Cummins. He did have 2 sacks. Interception for Charles Kane. 4 deflections and no fumbles as well. I say nuclear like George Bush. TC did 9/11. Is that what we're saying? When I was 4 years old. So that's a Missouri cover. And we move on. Next up, speaking of nuclear, here comes Nuke Jennings and Coach Zach taking on Michigan. So, Coach Zach, I see you here. Let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. We got a lot of Big Ten games today. So you're rocking with Nebraska, minus 3.5. or are you rocking with Michigan? Coach Kennelly, if you're here, let me know and pick your jerseys. Give him a second, see if he's in chat. I don't think so. Tails and kick, okay. So number 19 in the nation. Nebraska lost by like 1 point to Michigan State last week. See if they can get back in the win column against a struggling Michigan team, but it's sloppy at the big house. No wind, a lot of rain. What could go wrong for the nuke? Touchdown, Nebraska. Nothing. They're up 14-0. 14-7 here. Michigan's starting to find their way offensively the last couple of weeks, but now it's 21-7, and they can't get anything before halftime. 28-7, looking like a splattering here early. 31-13. They need an epic fourth quarter here for Michigan. Can they come back? Got an interception in the end zone by Cortland Holvik, and that should do it. 38-13. So that is a Nebraska cover. So after 2 upsets, we get 2 splatterings. Jumping Bull scores. Drumstick gets a scoop and score. Jumping Bull again. So Nuke Jennings goes 230, 2 touchdowns. He adds 46 on the ground. Jumping Bull, 5 for 100. Corey Graves, 11 tackles, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks. The pick for Moodley and Holvik, SFA players coming over from the portal. And 2 fumbles, 1 from Krotz and 1 from Drumstick. And they get a block as well and a touchdown. McDara, 20-34, 277, 2 scores and 2 picks. Only 70 yards on the ground for Brett Williams. Not that good of a day. Finley Coulter goes 5 for 71. Dahl gets 12 tackles, 5 TFLs. The sack for Parham. No interceptions. 3 deflections. And the fumble for Mills. 38-13. All right, so we'll keep on moving here. Dakota Jumping Bull and Loquan Drumstick are your players of the game. That's a Nebraska cover for those of you guys scoring at home. All right, now we're going back to the ACC. Miami kind of on the ropes here for their season. Coach Eisen, if you're here, let me know heads or tails. And Clemson, a surprising start to the year here. Only 1 loss, and it was to Georgia Tech. So Clemson is a 6-point, or sorry, it's Miami. That's a 6-point favorite. Or do you trust Clemson? Are they for real? So get those Bobinas in. Here we go. Now, a lot of great games coming on later. Illinois, Ohio State, OK State, Texas Tech, Notre Dame, Pitt. And the night at Death Valley, here we go. They run it down. We got 100 bits from Florida Man. Thank you. All right, here we go. Heads and kick for Coach Eisen. He will receive. Miami and Clemson. Miami Life on the ropes and 5-0. Stop the count. 7-5-14 now. Peculiar start to this one. But Miami punched them right back in the throat, 20-5. 2012 now. Nothing going on. 23-12. Bit of a low-scoring game early here. 30-12. Clemson's got to find a way. Not looking good for Clemson. They're getting splattered. And so it begins. The ACC eating each other as Miami covers. So both Miami teams won today. Start with a safety. It was such a good start, but Sycamore Crowdis wasn't going to let him get away. 40-12. Crowdis 326 and 2 scores. Nichols over 100 yards. Hayes 134. Harper had 12 tackles, 6 TFLs, 3 sacks, 2 picks, 4 deflections, and Crocodile Salsa gets a fumble recovery. For Clemson, Pat Scott, not a good day, 2 interceptions. McCauley, 59 yards. 10 tackles for Simpson. A lot of TFLs. The sack for Robinson, no interceptions. 2 deflections, 2 forced fumbles. They recovered 1. Lost by 28. So that's a Miami cover for those of you guys tracking it at home. And now we go back to the Big Ten. A interesting game voted on by the Patreon coaches. We got Purdue and Air Force. Air Force has been coming on the last couple of weeks, 2 straight wins. Purdue hasn't done much since they choked against Nebraska in triple overtime. So Coach Elvis, let me know if you're here. Heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 4.5-point favorite for the spoiler makers. Whereas Air Force and Brooklyn Porter, the former OK State quarterback. Are they going to steal one here at home? Very interesting matchup here. Obviously both out of the playoff consideration, but looking for bowl eligibility. A loss here for Purdue would pretty much end their season. So heads for Coach Elvis. Here we go in Colorado here at the Air Force Academy. It's 10-0 quick for Purdue. Not a good start for Air Force, down 17. No offense to speak of, 24-0. They haven't even gotten across midfield here. Finally, they get across midfield, but they do nothing with it. A long drive, 21, 34-0. Is Air Force going to get blanked? No, they score. So 34-41-6, an absolute splattering here. And we will end the game 48-6. That is a Purdue cover. So after 2 upsets to start the day, we go pretty chalk the rest of the way. 4 straight covers. Sid Huckins had himself a decent day. 3 touchdowns, 292. Tariq Tremor, 132 in his score. Ferret, 103. Yeah, tough pill to swallow there for Air Force. John Swift had 3 TFLs. He had a sack, 2 interceptions, 1 for Garland Singer, the SFA player, and no fumbles. For our boys at Air Force, Brooklyn Porter, not the day you want to see. 10 of 32, a score and 2 picks. Tyler McMahon, they just couldn't run the ball either. 11 tackles for Gooden. Couple of TFLs, no sacks, no interceptions. 4 deflections, and that will do it for poor little Air Force. Looking like an Air Force basketball score. So Swift and Huckins, 2 SFA players, are your players of the day in that Purdue cover. Bit of a splatter, if you will. And we move on. So next up, we go back to the Big Ten, where we will see Iowa and Northwestern. Jarkus versus the Fatty Dogwater. Let me know what jerseys you want. Jarkus, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. This is an Iowa 11-point favorite. Iowa kind of on the ropes as well. Some weird losses this season. The 4-time back-to-back on the line. Not looking good right now. You want the White Cat. Alright, I don't see Jarkus, so Dogwater, if you want to press kick or receive, we'll go on board with you. Alright, here we go. Can Iowa get back on the right foot? 3-2 right now, have yet to win a Big Ten game. And they only get harder from here. They've lost to Indiana and Purdue. Nice look for Northwestern here today. So we'll see at Northwestern out there first. Here we go. And they score quickly. Iowa responds. 14-7 for the home team. Iowa, what's going on, man? Jarkus, not like this. 21 to all at halftime. Iowa steals the lead back. They add 3 more. Northwestern's got to find a way to score here. And they can't. This is their chance. 5 minutes left. They need a score, and they get it! So can Northwestern get a stop here? We'll jump in at the 2-minute mark. 4th down. So Iowa's going to have to punt, and Northwestern will get their chance. Yes, Connor, you're on a bye. So last time Northwestern had a chance to win a game, on the last drive, Sproutberger threw it away against Wisconsin. So can Iowa steal one here on the road? They just need to see one go through the hoop. Sproutberger drops back. Sproutberger goes down! The sack for Lucius Dunbar, the SFA player. 2nd and 18. Taking a long time to get back to the line. Sproutberger again has the time. Yams that out to Dakari Gash, and he drops it. Not the best start here. 3rd and 18 for the Wildcats. Snap. Sproutburger yams. It's caught. He can get the first. He had to go out of bounds. Bobby Lowe's been their best receiver this year. So here we go. Game officially on the line. Can Iowa finish the job? Low in motion. The snap. It's a handoff to Dakari Gash, and he can't get there. Brought down by Ziggy Tozama. So Iowa can put him away now. Hand off to Dash Dixie. He gets a few. So currently looking like a no cover. First down would win the game. Hand off Dixie to the outside, and he gets swallowed up. Looks like Northwestern will get one more chance at it. Three wide to the left side. Miguel Eller, they bring an all-out blitz. It's a mid-screen. He's going to go way back. So out of field goal range even. But the clock does keep running. So Northwestern will get a chance. But they're only going to have about 25 seconds. And that goes through the back of the end zone. 23 seconds in a dream. But all they need is a field goal. Iowa not making anything look easy here. Sprout rotten. Spread him out. Sproutburger has the time. Over the middle, it's caught. No, not like this. The clock's going to keep ticking, buddy. What was that? They're going to get one more play. Oh, no. Sproutburger with the game on the line. So 8 seconds in a dream. They need 75 yards. They need a Tucson travesty right here. Sproutburger, he was gearing up for a yam, but Dunbar brings him down to end the game. Iowa wins it. And that is a no cover.
That's the end of the game. The final score is the Hawkeyes 31.
Miguel Eller, they came through. They finally saw one go through the hoop. Can they get back in the win column here? (31-28). Muzzy Goonberg tried to rip it out there. That would have been their best chance. So we got 3 games left in the BearCave slate. We're going to quickly through the games today. And they're all bangers, all ranked versus ranked matchups. So Gash, Tootle, Gash, Phillips, Upton, Dash, Pippin, Dash. Gash had a lot of scores today. Sproutburger, 20 of 36, 251 and a score. 3 scores for Dakari Gash on the ground. Singleton, 15, 5 TFLs, 3 sacks here for Jonathan Tyler, 1 for Arvin Epps, the SFA player. Miguel Eller, 20 of 33, 270 and 3 scores. Dash Dixie, 112 and a score. Tootle had 116 and a touchdown. Pippen only had 36 yards. Three TFLs, Mordecai. Brett Thompson and Lucius Dunbar, 3 sacks, 1 pick for Fred Yates. 2 deflections. You'd be number 1 right now if Omaha wasn't throwing chalupas on the goal line. All right, so this is an Iowa no cover for those of you guys betting at home or tracking at home. Statistically, Sproutberger was really good at Indiana. All right, so now it's Cam versus Ohio State. Cam, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is our pick'em game of the day. Who wins? Is it Illinois? The Beanie Babies, one of the best defenses we've seen in recent memory. Or is it Ohio State? Get those Babanas in. Cam, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. Let me know what jerseys you want. I don't see Mr. Bean here. Number 5, Illinois. They've been battling a lot of injuries here. Can they take down Ohio State? Iowa fans are hoping for a loss here for Illinois. The number 1 defense in the country, giving up 12.8 a game. On the road at the shoe. Here we go. Massive game in the Big Ten. 5 versus 15. Who will score first? It's Ohio State. They break through. Remember, Illinois still on a backup quarterback. 7-all. 14-7. Ohio State putting up 14 in the first half, though. Not looking good here. Very tight game early on. Illinois scores. Ohio State responds. We're going to the fourth quarter. Ohio State takes the lead. Illinois with a big run. 75 yards for Malik Phillips. He does it again. So you're going one play at a time here. Can Ohio State claw back against the best defense in the country? They're going to get another chance. And they punt it. So they got to get off the field here. 2 minutes left. Can Illinois finish them off? Power eye, the toss to Malik Phillips to the outside. He gets around the corner again. Malik Phillips transferring away from Arizona. The best thing for his career. Killed by injuries early on. Having a Heisman-type campaign so far for Illinois. And he gets around again! Ohio State cannot get a stop.
Tight right. 4 down. Mike 51.
So to finish the job, all it's going to take is one more first down. Oh, Malik!
Phillips with a run. That's good for a gain of 11 yards.
What a run!
Down.
3 straight runs, 30-plus yards.
Mike 51. Go. 794.
Malik Phillips again to the edge. Touchdown, Illinois! As we're going back up 2 scores. We can't jump back in till it's a 1-score game. And they get stuffed on the goal line. And that will do it. Illinois on the road with a backup QB wins the game outright. 250 yards here for Malik Phillips, 5 touchdowns. That is a Heisman moment if you had ever seen one. Yeah, the new Thursday deadline's tricking some people up, but the Illabuck goes to Illinois. (42-28). Illinois in talks to be that #1 team this next week. Shocking that they're doing this with a backup quarterback. Scoring summaries, Malik Phillips, 5 touchdowns. It's been all him. Kelly goes 285, 2 scores and a pick. Phillips 243 and 3 touchdowns. He adds 2 through the air. Hayden Greenway had 122. Rankins had 10 tackles, 3 TFLs. Sacks for Kerr and Kent. Farmer gets a pick, the SFA player. And a fumble for Jaden John. And for Ohio State, Isaac Osborne, 21-35, 295, 2 scores and a pick. Houston, 94 yards. Vert Rouge, the SFA player, 87 yards. 12 tackles here for Flowers, 4 TFLs for Shaw. No sacks. Pick for Josh Carter. 2 deflections. And the no forced fumbles. So big win for Illinois, and we move on. Malik Phillips definitely the favorite for the Heisman at this point. Yeah, Auburn has faced nobody. Could be Minnesota, but we'll see. All right, next up, here it is. OK State and Texas Tech, one of the surprises of the season. And this game may just decide this division. Texas Tech is a 3-point favorite here. So are you trusting the pickle, or are you going with the best quarterback in the country, Victor Ross? And Pizza, let me know kick or receive and what jersey you want to wear. Unless Fed, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. All right, so we'll jump on board with Texas Tech. A lot on the line here. Got Texas and A&M nipping at their heels. Baylor not much of a threat this year. But the 2 favorites in the division. What could go wrong for Pickleman? 2 top 15 offenses. 2 middle-of-the-pack defenses. But Damian Curry out for the year for Texas Tech does not spell good news here. But also, Oklahoma State down a couple of receivers. They're scared. They're scared to bet. Nobody wants to lose their bob on us. 5 and overs, 4 and 1. Here we go. 7-0, quick start here for Texas Tech. OK State responds. Deadlocked after 1. Second quarter. Quick strike for OK State. Another quick strike for the away team. 28-7 at the break. Not like this, Texas Tech. Can they fight back? No, at 35. Oh, they're getting splattered in Lubbock. 42. 42 unanswered. Texas Tech not looking good today. And that will do it. 52. That's an outright victory for OK State. They are back. Victor Ross. Oh my. Pickleman goes 21 of 46, 267 and a score under the Concepcion line. Roro Bierman didn't do anything. Nate Rich bolts. Halaban 1 catch for 2 yards. Darren Skaggs, 10 tackles, 4 TFLs for Kramer. He had the sack. And 2 fumbles. For Victor Ross, 26 of 36, 421 and 2 scores. Cedric White scored twice. Victor Ross scored twice. Tyrell Pope, 11 for 146. 3 different receivers over 100 yards today. 2 TFLs, no sacks. The pick for McClendon. Tori Archuleta, Croker's legend. And 2 forced fumbles from a quarterback. Quarterback forcing fumbles. Yeah, the quarterback with 2 forced fumbles. He must be playing linebacker or safety or something. 2 quarterbacks players of the game. We've never seen that before. I can probably guarantee that. An outright victory. Pizza just got hit with the double. A second quarterback has hit the players of the game screen. All right, I think we only have 1 game left here on BearCave. We do. Notre Dame and Pitt, a big time matchup. Massive game, top 10 matchup. Yui, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. Also, if you want special jerseys, let me know. This is Notre Dame, 2-point favorite. Who do you got? Pitt having a miraculous year here. All these Arizona players getting away from Arizona and playing amazing. Raquise Moxley at Pitt and Malik Phillips at Illinois. So jump on board with Notre Dame since nobody else, I don't see either of them here. Critical game for Notre Dame. Don't want to take another L here. So here we go. Heads and kick for Notre Dame. Five and 0 versus 4 and 1. No score early on. Notre Dame strikes first. They're about to strike again. Can they punch it in? Yes, they do. 14-0. Pittsburgh, one of the best offenses in the country, has 6 points in the first half. Can they find a way to break through? No, they still kick another field goal. And an interception on the goal line. Will that wake Pitt up? Yes, it does, and they tie the game. We're going to go one play at a time now. Notre Dame may have just thrown the game away. 4th down, can they hit it? Oh, on 4th down, they went for it. 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Can Pitt fight back? Here we go. 40 yards away, the main event of BearCave. Moxie drops back, yams it, and caught. Big time catch. Chad Taylor. The drive continues. They need a score. They're 26 yards away. Split backs. The snap. Yams it deep and caught again. It's Jaguar McKnight, the SFA player. What a stretch. Requise Moxie not having his best day, but they can save it here. Hand off to the right-hand side, to the edge, up the gut for 3. Chase Bird, 150 yards on the day. Can Notre Dame finish it with a turnover? 2 tight ends. Snap, quick throw. Moxie, end zone caught. Jaguar McKnight again. We got a tie game. The extra point to tie it up. So now it's Notre Dame's turn. Notre Dame, no stranger to close games. Can Rico Giraldo in his sophomore campaign get it done? Here is the return. Pat Green up to the 25, the Heisman finalist from last year. So at the 25, Rico Giraldo and company, Micah Manners. Rico throws that, and it's going to be close to a first down. Clock continues to roll. James Hartwell had that critical 4th down catch on the last drive. 303 yards for Rico today. We're under a minute. 3 timeouts. Empty set. Rico caught. Oh, massive hit on Ivan Murray. They hurried up now, 45 seconds left. Hanging on to all 3 timeouts. Rico, another dump off here to Ivan Murray. Can't get out of bounds, and they should use that first timeout. They're not going to. So Notre Dame comfortable just hurrying it up here. The snap for Rico here. Why is he running it out? So Notre Dame doesn't think they can score. So last play of regulation here. Just a floaty. And to OT we go. So all knotted up at 24. So heads and defense. So OT in the BearCave game of the week. Pitt starts with the rock.
Let's go, let's go. Green 9, green 9. Green 9.
Triple option with the handoff, and he is stuffed.
Call a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up second and 11.
Second and 11.
4 down. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
Back under center, a throw for Moxie. Wide open man, the flash, Jaguar McKnights, and he gets close to the first down.
Number 30 on the tackle at the 15-yard line.
So critical play here. Do not want to settle for a field goal if you're Pitt.
4 down, 4 down. Watch 32. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Moxie dumps that off and tipped away.
Number 30.
Why did they not just run the ball?
That makes it 4th and inches.
So Pitt will bring out the field goal unit. 32 yards away to go up 3. The kick is up and it is good. North Carolina stays ranked there. Tight game against Wake Forest. So a touchdown wins it, field goal ties it, anything else, and Pitt wins. It's Rico Giraldo. He yams it deep, first play. They're down to the 10.
Gain of 14 on the play. First
Nice start here for Notre Dame.
Hey, we got tight left. 4 down.
27-24, game on the line.
56. Here we go.
10 yards away. The snap, quick throw on the screen. He gets around him. It's Ivan Murray to the 2.
gain of 9 on the play.
What a move.
Let's get off the field.
So 2nd and 1 at the goal line. To walk it off, Manners short. But they get the first down. They get 4 more shots at it. They get 4 more shots.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
First and goal to walk it off. Oh, free blitzer. He got it off. McDonald almost saved Christmas.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
Goal line formation.
56, Mike
The big nasties to walk it off. The fullback, touchdown Notre Dame. They walk off Pittsburgh on the road. The fullback runs over the safety. Pitt can't believe it. But Pitt proves that they can hang with the top contenders here. Notre Dame was in the national championship last year.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.
30-27 in OT is your final. And that is a Notre Dame cover. All right, we'll check the stats here. A lot of field goals. Jaguar McKnight, couple fourth quarter touchdowns. Rico Giraldo, 343, 2 scores, 2 picks. Manners, 72 yards. Ivan Murray, only 68 yards. They really held him in check quite well here. Zan Vliet had 10 tackles, 2 TFLs for Abram, no sacks. 2 picks, Sawyer and Dorian Lennox-Lee. And no fumbles. For Pitt, it was Moxie, 17 of 35, 217, 2 scores, 2 picks. Bird had 150 yards. Jaguar McKnight went 5 for 60 with 2 scores. On defense, Scott Clay, 11 tackles, 2 TFLs for McDonald, the sack for McDonald, pick for Clay and Gold, 4 deflections, and the fumble for Baron Lee. They did not recover it. So tough pill to swallow here for the Pitt faithful. We got one more game in the week. It is game day. Oh no. Punter is the player of the game for Pittsburgh. Not like this. So that is a Notre Dame cover. So before we get out of here and set up for game day, we're going to go through next week's games. I'll make sure we simmed all the ones for today. Yep, one more game remaining. So week 8 here in the SFA. Indiana and Northwestern. Michigan State, Illinois could be very interesting. Wisconsin, Akron, that'll be a tough game for the Baddies. Louisville, Syracuse, interesting matchup. Colorado, Kansas. NC State and North Carolina. Nebraska, Minnesota. Ohio State, Iowa. We've got bangers. Red Rivers next week. All right, so that will do it here for this week of games. We'll be right back for game day between Minnesota and Michigan State.